machine is plumbed, so it's got mains water on there, so you won't need to fill your water tanks at all. The only time we'll fill the water tanks is during during a descaling process, and we'll do that once a year. There's also your waste drains down into here. There will always be a small amount of water that will sit at the bottom of that, only for the fact that the hose goes slightly up. So that'll need to be emptied on a regular basis when you empty your dregs here. So inside here, that's where the coffee dregs will go, and underneath is where all the water goes. Okay, it will drain out the back, down the hose, bang bang, wherever you need. Marvelous thing.
And when you say often, every day, every week?
It'll tell you when they're empty dregs. Okay, it'll count the pucks down there, and it'll say, please empty dreg two.
Okay.
Alright, or dreg store full, and it'll stop working.
That's easy enough.
Okay, now this little guard that's behind there is magnetic. That'll be the thing that will be down like that, and suddenly we can't open the drawer. It'll need to be lifted up. I normally take it out and clean it at the same time.
Yep.
Okay, and that way it stops anything. This is just a shield that's there to stop any water or so forth to go back in. So it's just a shield to be super protected from the milk. Because this is your milk and coffee side, this is your hot water side. And since you guys have hot, I think you've got hot running water here, so it's probably less likely you'll be using that side, except for the occasional long black. Now, your milk line runs into the fridge, and you can have a couple of bottles in there. This fridge should hold at 4 degrees, between 3 and 4 degrees. Still don't recommend you leave milk in there all the time. And so you want that being empty on a regular basis, and the milk system being clean on a regular basis. At least once a day, using the milk system cleaner. There's a measuring cap on the top, and there's also, if you can't find the book, underneath the label, there's the full cleaning instructions in a number of different languages. So no excuses. You also have cleaning tablets. It comes with 4 to start with. It will ask you when to use the cleaning tablets, and once you've opened the first box, order a new lot. They come in packs of 6. Get them ordered, and we'll get the next lot of cleaning tablets and so forth out here. This is your top section for your decaf or any pre-ground coffee. Coffee hopper should only have beans in it, should only have fresh beans in it, and should have beans, should never be kept in fridges or freezers. Okay, beans are kept in cupboards. Once they're open, they go in here. If you put beans in fridges or freezers, when you take them out, they'll sweat. You'll end up with wet beans and ceramic grinders. They don't mix at all. Okay, if you want to use flavoured coffee or decaf coffee, there is a scoop. There's a scoop here, and there is also a place to put it. So you can make that selection to put it in the top. The machine knows every time that opens. If I close that again now, it's going to check and say, hey, you didn't put enough coffee in there, I can't make coffee, you can do it again.
Yep.
Okay. The programming, or getting into the, actually no, let me finish the cleaning first.
So is that going to use all the coffee you put in that, or if you put too much in, will there be some left in the top next person?
Sorry?
If you use that, your own ground coffee in there, if you put too much in, will it use it all, or will it leave some in there? So the next person's already got some.
Whatever you put in there will go right through the system.
Yes,
Won't
okay.
be left in. Okay. In here, there's a kilo of coffee. There's over 100 coffees you'll get out of the top of that. Okay. The milk system. The milk system has a special breather, a special attachment that goes in here. There is a spare one in there. Okay. So when this one is washed down the sink by mistake, there is a spare one. If you make a coffee and you don't use it for 10 minutes, it will automatically rinse the milk system itself. This cover over the top here pushes into the side and just slides up. Once that cover's off, the machine will disable. It won't make anything once that cover's off. The cleaning once a week, after you do your milk clean once a day, once a week you want to pull the whole thing apart. It comes apart and all the instructions are in there, but this nozzle just pulls down, which is a dual spout system, and this piece comes out. Alright, that piece consists of 3 pieces. You have your air suction valve, that controls the amount of air that goes in there, so you've got frothy milk or non-frothy milk. you have the Venturi system, which is just in here. That comes out, and that has all your Venturis there to decide how much air, how much steam, the mix ratio. On my eyes aren't as good as yours, I'm sure. You'll see that there is an arrow or a block in that side there, and there is also an arrow on the side. When that goes back together, those two must line up.
Yep.
Okay. If they don't line up, the machine won't sit in there properly. It'll draw in too much air, and you'll just get this big cup full of bubbles. Yeah. Right. To go back in, 2 holes down. Just push that straight back on. Spouts straight back up. Put the piece back in the side, and then clip the cover there. These screw off the cleaning. But my recommendation is not to. Leave them on. That's the first thing that most people break on machines, and they're about $40 for a replacement of those.
They're just plastic thread.
They're heavy metal onto plastic.
Okay, yeah.
So we can do those once every 12 months. We clean them all the way through, have a full service. Okay, so that's the main thing on the outside of the machine. Dreg straw, cleaning, so forth. The program menu. There's 2 ways you can program a drink. It's going to be interesting with the amount of different cups that you guys got here. So this will be probably an ongoing thing until someone has a punch up and decides what cups you're going to have, I suppose. The easiest and quickest way to program is to hold the product you want to program until it comes up with enough milk.
Right.
Okay. Then it will distribute your milk into the cup. And I'm always looking at a 2/3, so I'm making a cappuccino. Once you've got enough, stop it, and then it will come up with enough coffee. So now it's going to distribute the coffee into the cup.
Right, so you're sizing to the coffee cup
Sizing it
size,
to
but
the
because we
cup.
have different size cups, one person's won't match the next person's.
Normally we program this to the smallest cup, but
Yeah.
that's going to be something until everybody's in here, where I've had this discussion with a number of different people. Until everybody's in here and you decide what you're going to do and whether you get a standard cup size, and stop. And I would have put some chocolate sprinkles in there for those people that want to know where it's from. So that's the quickest and easiest way to program a product. The long way, and also there's more than just the selection on the front. So we can change the selections on the front. You can change them to whatever you want on there, or you can use this rotary switch, and that'll bring up everything that you can possibly get out of this machine. Okay,
Like 43 different ones,
it just goes forever.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your other options there. To access the program menu, it's just push the P button. Not any key, the P button. The first thing that will come up is your clean and your change filter. So they'll slowly change red as you use the machine. When that completes and gets to clean, it'll ask you for a full system clean, which will be a tablet. Every day, it will ask you for a milk system clean. Okay? So you've got your choices here. You've got rinse system, rinse coffee, and clean the milk system.
Yep.
You want to be doing that clean. Someone needs to clean the milk system at the end of every day.
Yeah,
We're dealing with fresh milk. All right, fresh milk. There's a piece this far, or from here, that is non-refrigerated, so you're dealing with fresh milk. So you want that clean, well and truly, with the milk solution.
Yep.
That milk solution, nothing else, that milk solution there takes away all the fats that are left in there. Okay, from there, you can move across. You've got your expert mode, your classics, and your consistency of the grind. The grind is set at medium. We start at medium on all coffee machines because that's the way they're set coming out of the factory in Switzerland. You can go up or down, coarse or fine, depending on how you're strong. We recommend the wet season. Keep it at medium to coarse because beans will absorb moisture from the air, they will swell, and you'll get inconsistency in your coffee. Your classics just brings up just your basics, your ristrettos, your espressos, your long blacks. Then your expert mode brings up all of the products. Now at that point there, if we go to a macchiato latte. So it tells us how much coffee, so you can choose how much coffee you want in there. It's a fairly tall glass. We'll make it a 60 ml shot. We'll save that one.
So this is programming.
This is programming the latte.
Yeah.
I've picked one. So we hit expert. So this is the long way to program something.
Yeah, but you can do it super exactly how you want it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're taking so then we go the amount of milk. The amount of milk, a bit more than that. Let's go 14 seconds. The amount of foam, 16 is more than enough. And you've got down here coffee strength. So this is the one we want super strong. So let's go up to the maximum amount, 5 beans. Temperature, I normally go through and default them all to high. Only because we are a country that makes big coffees.
Yep.
It drinks half of them and throws them away because they're hot. Okay, so you want them too hot to drink to start with, and then when they're too cold, in 15 minutes time we throw them away. And an interval. That's a pause. So if we're making a macchiato latte, we'll have a 10-second pause in that. Just a little bit. So now we've set that product there, we can go back out, we can go all the way back out, hit our program button, and now if we hit the macchiato latte, that's going to make the product that we just
Yeah, right. It's
program.
preset to
Okay, so now that's going to make exactly the same thing until somebody changes.
And the way you know you're in program mode is because the program button's lit up.
Yes.
And if you hit the button for the one when you're in program mode, it'll go to that.
It'll go to that
program
second
system.
screen. It'll go, yeah,
But if it's out, it'll just make one.
yeah, we'll just make a copy.
Pretty straightforward.
And there's also, we'll go through the next couple
Yeah.
after that. I like, if you've got someone that has a nice heavy base glass, I'm the latte drinker myself, 1 milk based coffee a day. So with this machine here, it'll actually make a macchiato latte better than most baristas at Darwin. So it will allow the milk to settle, so you have your heavy hotter milk go to the bottom, your lighter air milk go to the top, and then when it pours the coffee through the middle after between 10 and 30 seconds, after that 10-second delay, it'll pour the coffee and the coffee should split the middle. And then not make a line out of it. Pay an extra $2 for that. Say macchiato lattes. So if you leave it set a little bit longer, the milk will sit a little bit heavier down the bottom, a little bit shorter, and then it'll mix together like a cappuccino. Okay, so you've got milk portions, so if someone wants a hot chocolate,
You just do some steam milk and
yeah.
mix something in.
you can use your hot water button to mix a little bit of hot water. That's currently set at 220 mils. That's adjustable up and down. If someone's just going to use it for hot chocolates, you pretty much only want 20-25 mils. Okay, so back to the program. Going across, so we go past the expert mode and we get into the maintenance settings. So this is everything else that's in there. We can actually set the timer for what time you want to turn it on and turn off each day. Okay, most times they're on, they'll stay on. If you want to turn them off for the weekend, if there's people going to be here for the weekend, that's in there, and that's, I'm sure you guys can play with a lot more buttons and these things than I ever will. So your maintenance settings, they're all set in there, so when the filter needs to be changed, it's active at the moment. Your rinsing your milk system, that's set for automatic after 10 minutes, so if nothing's used. I steer away from manual because at least I know that it's going to be rinsed at some stage. Okay. From there, move on to your language. So if you're having a bad day and you just want to change it all to Dutch, just to piss everybody off, it's really up to you. It's available in there. Colour scheme on the display, the backlit contrast are all in there, you guys understand that. Colour scheme I've currently set it just to beams, but you have everything from blank to colour. Stop. So you're just playing with buttons.